Okay. Good morning, everybody. I don't know if I had my video for showing, but I think I see myself now. And I think Allie is confirming we're good. So I'm here officially. You can see me now. I've made it. Happy Friday, everybody. We're going to wait for a little bit for some people to jump on. It looks like people are jumping on. Yeah, share. Good morning. Good morning from Arizona. Cold morning here. It's like 50 degrees, I think, overnight, getting down to the 30s. So super, super chilly. Good morning. I'm going to be looking at a few different screens today. In order to see who's commenting, I have to kind of look down here. So that's what I'll be doing. So Shelly, good morning. Allie, good morning. So I'm Coach Ashley with Natural Heart Doctor, your home for the 100-year heart. And we're just excited. This is Heart Health Month, and we're delivering the truth about heart health. So it's a fun thing for us to put on this month for you guys and really share the truth about how to reach that 100-year heart. Becky, good morning from East Texas. Yeah, Karen, it's cold in Dallas. You guys have cold temperatures like us here in Arizona. It is nice though. Nice chilly change. Good morning, Laura and Sandra. All right, so people are popping on. We'll give it a minute or two more. Again, before we begin, though, I did want to remind everybody. So you'll probably get these reminders each and every day, but we are doing some really exciting things. So stay tuned during my talk. Towards the end, I'm going to share the word of the day, and you'll want to write that on your calendar. And again, you're going to want to fill out all those tasks that we have in there, and then complete the document, take a picture, send it in to us for a $50 gift card to use at the NHD store, which is really amazing. And then again, to be entered for the amazing triple toxin test. So looking at heavy metals, mold mycotoxins, environmental toxins, and then getting that free review with Dr. Latanza. So really exciting stuff. Okay, I see more people. Good morning, everybody. Matthew, Lynn, Lara, Amanda, and Jane. Cold in Maine always. Awesome. I also I have all these kind of housekeeping tasks, but I did want to announce the winner also of yesterday's Paleo Valley giveaway. So the winner is Diane Buston. You're the winner. Congrats. What you need to do, and I'll put this in the comments too, is that you're going to need to email hello@Natural Health Doctor with your mailing address so that we can send you your free stuff. All right, people are here now, so we're good. I think we're good to start. Everybody's here from all over Missouri, Arizona. Welcome to you all. Hi, Sue. All right, so I'm going to share my slides. So let's see if we can get that going. All right, perfect. So today I will be talking about the paleo diet. As you guys know, the topic is really why the paleo diet is so heart healthy. And as we go through this talk, feel free to put comments in to the chat, and I will try to answer them, or some of the crew will try to answer them. And again, I can address those as well towards the end of the talk. We'll save some time for that too. So bear with me. All right. So we're going to first talk about the paleo diet. And for most of you in this NHD group, you might already be familiar with the paleo diet. You might be currently doing a paleo diet or some sort of version of that. But for others in this group, this might be an entirely new concept for you. So I want to first start out by explaining just exactly what the paleo diet is and really the significance of it. So the paleo diet it's now kind of this somewhat trendy name for a really long-standing evolutionary-based diet. Paleo comes from the Greek word ancient, so we start to get that theme there. But essentially, we as humans evolved to be hunter-gatherers and eat foods that really we could hunt or gather. And in general, it's kind of these foods that were available to our ancient ancestors. So our ancestors could hunt animals, seafood, insects. They could gather vegetables, fruits, tubers, nuts, and seeds. What wasn't available to our ancestors, however, were processed foods, so cereals, refined sugar, carbohydrates of any kind. Our ancestors didn't have access to pastas, breads, cookies, cakes, packaged items, freezer meals, all those things that you really see making up the abundance of the grocery store. So it's really back to the basics with the whole foods based paleo diet. And that's really where the magic kind of lies. And we at Natural Heart Doctor kind of like to say the paleo diet is essentially a common sense diet as it makes the most sense for our species. The paleo diet has also been called the caveman diet, the hunter gatherer diet, the primal diet, and the ancestral diet. And, these terms are also really kind of appropriate. They do highlight what the paleo diet is. Luckily, today as well, the scientific evidence is there to support the clinical use of the paleo diet. So, most people really don't know, I think, kind of in general, most people don't know that the paleo diet is a heart healthy diet because they've been lied to through multiple sources. They could have been lied to by their conventional doctors, who, of course, are not trained in really any nutrition. They are lied to by three-letter agencies and also just the mainstream recommendations. So, at Natural Heart Doctor, we really work to deliver the truth about heart health based on science and really the evidence. You'll hear us say a lot, we like the evidence. We like to share the evidence backed reasons why we're doing things. So, when some of the patients who come to work with us at Natural Heart Doctor, some of them come to us and they wonder, why did my conventional cardiologist tell me no red meat? Why did they push me into eating a vegetarian diet or a Mediterranean diet? And so they're often kind of confused because, again, these people have been told red meat causes heart disease, cholesterol in meat is deadly, and eating whole grains is the most heart healthy thing you can do. So these are, unfortunately, as you guys are probably becoming aware of, these are lies. They're nutritional science lies that really only worsen the problem when it comes to heart health. So we want it to be known today and for this month that the paleo diet is one of the most heart healthy diets, if not the healthiest. And it's so healing that Dr. Wolfson actually wrote a book on it called The Paleo Cardiologist, all about how the paleo diet could prevent and reverse cardiovascular conditions. And while, again, these three-letter agencies and conventional doctors are still trying to vilify meat and fat today, again, the truth is out there. The meat and the fat are not the problem. When meat and when fat are from quality sources, they are absolute staples of a heart healthy diet, one that makes your heart cells strong and function well. And so it's the diet that we recommend to our patients, and for good reason. So there's numerous scientific studies out there, like I said, that show the cardiovascular benefits of going on a paleo diet. And so on the screen here, we have one of those. This was a review study published in 2019 in the journal Advances in Nutrition. And it shows that the paleo diet has beneficial effects on cardiac risk factors, including on body weight, on blood pressure, on cholesterol, and on inflammation. So we have so much evidence to back up its use. And in fact, back in 2019, you'll see on the screen here, there's a textbook. I co-authored a chapter in an integrative cardiology textbook with Dr. Wolfson. It was called Personalized and Precision Integrative Cardiovascular Medicine. And the chapter that he and I wrote was called The Paleo Diet and Coronary Heart Disease. And it had over 186 scientific references in it that were providing proof for paleo and why it's used effectively in heart conditions. So we concluded in that chapter that the paleo diet, based on all that scientific evidence, all those studies, really is the best diet for cardiovascular health. So, as we're kind of diving into this Heart Health Month this February, again, today is day 4. It's important that we start out with the basics, the foundational diet for your 100-year heart, which we at Natural Heart Doctor, again, agree conclusively is the paleo diet. And here's why. So here's the top 5 reasons why we love paleo for our patients. Number 1, the paleo diet is in sync with our evolutionary biology. So we evolved from our ancestors to eat whole foods. Again, we were meant to eat meat, seafood, and some plants. We did not evolve to eat processed foods or refined carbs. Our modern Western diseases come from a modern Western diet. That's it. One that's rich in sugar, refined carbs, processed foods, and again, all the toxins that come with that. Back in the 50s, the diet cholesterol heart disease hypothesis was formed, which led some of these experts and doctors to begin to condemn cholesterol rich foods along with animal fat, and they started condemning saturated fat. And so, what happened was whole grains were put on kind of this pedestal as heart healthy foods. We had new food products that were born that were touted to be low fat. We had new lab made plant replacements that really took the place of the natural things like butter at the table. And instead, we got things like margarine, and I can't believe it's not butter. Chicken ended up taking the place of red meat. And what happened was obesity, heart disease, chronic disease, these things all took off at a rampant pace. And it's really the increases in sugar and carb consumption that correlated with the sharp rise in obesity, heart disease, chronic disease, all due to the standard American diet, or the SAD diet as we like to refer to it. Number two, the paleo diet is really heart protective. It's highly anti-inflammatory. So the main reason why we love the paleo diet for patients, why it's so cardioprotective, why we tell patients to go on it, is that it's an anti-inflammatory diet. It's abundant in the right types of grass-fed meat, wild-caught seafood, which are providing those essential omega-3s that lower inflammation at the cellular level. It's also a zero grain diet, which it's another reason, essentially, when there's zero grains, that makes it so anti-inflammatory. And then again, the paleo diet has plenty of the right type of healthy fats to support strong, healthy cells that are protected from toxins, including chemicals, EMFs. Number three, it's good for your gut microbiome. So another reason why the paleo diet helps the heart is that it helps the gut. Most all of our patients with cardiac issues actually have leaky gut syndrome, and it's a condition that's made worse by grains and gluten. So when you go paleo, you end up getting your carbohydrates from vegetables, which make them be living cellular carbs. And this is the theme to remember. You get your carbohydrates from living cellular things. And so that transforms your gut microbiome with good bacteria. And this is in drastic comparison to a standard American diet where your carbs are coming from breads and pastas, which are kind of dead or acellular carbohydrates that have no benefit on your gut. They're inflammatory. So the paleo diet is good for the gut. And if you can help the gut, you can help the heart. The goal is always to bring down inflammation in the gut, and then you can start to impact those other organ systems, bringing down systemic inflammation in the heart or the brain. The paleo diet, number four, it's going to provide essential nutrients for heart cell function. When it comes to heart problems, usually the cells are diseased, they're dysfunctional, and they're weak. And so when that occurs, those cells, the heart cells, they can't produce enough energy or ATP to perform their functions. And so the goal with nutrition with the heart is that you have to come in and strengthen the heart cells and shuttle energy into them. And there are key nutrients for this: D-ribose, L-carnitine, CoQ10, taurine, B vitamins. You've probably heard of some of those nutrients. These nutrients are found in the most amounts, in the most bioavailable forms, in red meat, and most of all in organ meat. And then last but not least, it is a sustainable long-term way of eating. So we love paleo, we love keto, we love carnivore, we love all those diets, but essentially, they all have the same nutritional base. For most individuals, you're going to find that the paleo diet is one that you can follow long-term. It's most sustainable. You get your protein, you get your fat, you get your carbs, all from the right food sources. And it's really a metabolically protective diet. So a lot of the metabolic benefits from this diet come from the fact that you end up shifting in and out of burning both glucose and ketones for fuel. So it makes you really a metabolically flexible individual and more resilient in the long run. So here is the Paleo Pyramid that I think the group shared in the Facebook group earlier. This is our Paleo Pyramid, and it's just meant to be a guide. So we'll touch on this briefly for the sake of time, but the base of the pyramid is vegetables. So again, you do eat vegetables on this diet. The carbohydrates, again, on this paleo diet are coming from cellular living vegetables. So it's going to shift the gut microbiome to be healthy, full of good gut bacteria and anti-inflammatory kind of properties there. Next on the pyramid, what we're eating a lot of is kind of our quality meat and seafood. So most all of the types of meat that you can think of, including fatty cuts of meat. So I do want to highlight that. We do encourage eating those fattier cuts of meat, seafood, eggs. These things are all going to provide the heart with the fuel that it needs. Absolutely essential to get the fuel for the heart from these protein sources. Again, the nutrients in the red meat, the organ meat, all those nutrients like the CoQ10, the D-ribose, the carnitine, these are vital for a strong, functioning 100-year heart. And so that's why if somebody has heart failure, cardiomyopathy, which is a weakening of the heart muscle, it's absolutely vital that they're eating that organ meat every day, strengthening those heart cells. Seafood also is essential. Again, it's going to provide those omega-3 fats, EPA and DHA to lower inflammation, support heart health, boost brain function. Then we have healthy fats, just kind of that category of healthy fats, and fats are fuel for your cells. So they're going to provide you that long-term sustainable energy use. Fats are also protective. So they insulate your organs. They keep your cell membranes intact. Without the right types of fats, your cells would really be susceptible to damage and destruction. So you see that a lot with people on vegan, vegetarian diets, existing on some of those inflammatory oils like canola, safflower, cottonseed, soybean, corn oils. They have very weak cells that are susceptible. And when you have those weak cells, basically minerals come out and toxins get in. They displace each other. So it's really imperative that you're eating enough healthy fats. And healthy fats to us are animal fats from the right sourcing, rich in saturated fat. That's the most strengthening for your cells is the saturated fat. Grass-fed butter, ghee, fats, again, as you see on the screen, like the avocados, avocado oil, olives, olive oil, coconut, and coconut oil. All those things are great. Then we also have nuts and seeds on our pyramid. Again, those are going to provide you trace minerals, protein, fat, all in one. They're a nice part of the paleo diet. And then lastly, we have our organic fresh fruit that's in season. Fruit is good. It's the way, nature intended it to be. And fruit does have sugar, but it has kind of all these other nutrients in to balance it. So fiber, trace minerals like chromium. Still, though, again, we're going to use fruit as a treat. The goal is always to have more vegetables, less fruits each day. Berries are a really good exception. I'd say those are ones that you could have daily where you're having, those in your shakes. They're low glycemic, they're high antioxidant, good to add to daily defense. So, avocado oil is a good oil. Yes, we love avocado oil. We love olive oil, coconut oil. And I think I have a heart healthy cooking oil guide that I'll have to share with the group sometime, but it has, kind of smoke points. So it tells you like what's the best time to use this type of oil for cooking. There are better times to use some of these fats and stuff, some that are more, able to resist the high heat. Okay, so one more thing to keep in mind when it comes to a paleo diet is that sourcing is key. Again, it's important to remember that not all these foods are created equal. So the nutritional makeup of pasture-raised, grass-fed animals is vastly different from that of the grain-fed, conventionally raised counterparts. And a lot of the studies out there that did say, red meat contributes to heart disease or red meat causes cancer, they're done with those unhealthy animals, the grain-fed, inflammatory, really toxic animals. When we get back to how nature intended us to consume this meat with that kind of regenerative agriculture theme, with a grass-fed, grass-finished, pasture-raised protein, it is healthy and it is transformative for our health. Organic produce also, we want to focus on that, of course. I think Dr. Wolfson talked about that. We don't want any of the chemically laden GMO plants. We just need to focus on sourcing of food for health as well, for the optimal health that we can have. All right, so for this heart month, essentially, I want to encourage you to try a few of these things. These are kind of my recommendations. So yeah, MCT oil is good too. So I was looking down here. MCT oil is a great thing as well, coming from coconut oil, some of those medium chain triglycerides. Very good. All right, so number one, try going paleo for the month of February. So I'm actually just challenging you to go paleo for 30 days. Really challenge yourself to forgo the grains, get your carbs entirely from vegetables. Print out the pyramid, eat only those paleo foods for heart month. It's just a great way to kickstart your heart health, and you can totally do it. If you're already paleo, you could challenge yourself in other ways. You could add in organ meat once a week or twice a week, or you could add in some salmon roe to your plate. That would be really cool. But just think about ways that you could challenge yourself if you're already paleo. How do you advance to the next step? Maybe you add in some fasting. Yeah, Epic. Epic brand is great. Epic tallow, all the different animal fats from Epic. I always recommend that to patients. So they have bison fat, duck fat, pork fat, beef fat, so many great animal fats from that. And if you've been in our carnivore challenges, we love to encourage you to try all the different animal fats because you get really this wide array of micronutrients from those different types of animals. So the next thing that again I'm going to encourage you to try this heart month is to find a reliable company for your food. So as we're challenging you to increase your red meat, your organ meat intake, one tool I wanted to share with you is Force of Nature. So we've talked a lot about that in this group, but we love recommending Force of Nature meat to our patients. It's regenerative agriculture at its finest. It's grass-fed, grass-finished, just the highest quality meat products. And that's really why we've kind of partnered with them. But one of the most therapeutic things they have is their ancestral blends. So go to their website, check out the ancestral blends, and we'll put a link in actually to get you over there. But ancestral blends, these are perfect for the paleo diet. So they have either beef or bison ancestral blends, which have kind of either ground beef or ground bison, and then the corresponding heart and liver of that animal. So we know these organs are absolutely essential for heart health. Heart helps the heart. Just remember that. So these are going to be abundant in the highest amounts of nutrients your heart needs in order to be the 100-year heart. Somebody is saying they had liver and onions on Monday. So good. Yes. So just getting in the organ meat, like it's not what most people are doing today, but this is how you get that 100-year heart, getting in the organ meat. The other thing, again, this heart month is that I'm going to say be mindful of your current seafood organ meat intake and then adjust. Make note of how much you're currently consuming and then increase that amount. Both seafood and organ meat are like the most nutrient dense foods there are. Just a small portion of either of them is going to deliver, a multitude of these nutrients and antioxidants that can power your heart. Pork, yeah, so you can get pasture-raised pork. I'm answering a question too, so I see those pop up. But pasture-raised pork is good. You can do that. Just make sure it's sourced properly. Pork is great. It's part of the paleo diet. And then the other tool I wanted to share is considering getting coaching, right, for support or accountability. And at Natural Heart Doctor, Dr. Wilson has kind of this team of all of us health coaches, and it's something that we like to help people with diet. We like to help people with health in general. But I wanted to share that we have a tool we just recently launched. It's called the Foundational Nutrition Program, and it's a 4-week coaching program that's really aimed at helping you create your own perfect nutrition plan for your health goals. So we end up starting with paleo as a base, and then we can add or subtract food groups, nutrients based on, what your unique needs are. Do you have heart failure? Do you have blood pressure issues? Whatever your heart issues are, we're going to target those. But what's really cool is you get to work hand in hand for 4 weeks with one of our amazing Natural Heart Doctor coaches, along with a group of like-minded health seekers. So it helps you achieve kind of these best nutrition practices for your 100-year heart. And again, you might know what to do, but we want to provide the support, the accountability, that group atmosphere to kind of advance you to the next phase where you're really achieving the goals, you're getting there faster. So this month, consider, again, I'm going to share this in the link, but consider joining this amazing new coaching offering that we are offering. It's a really affordable price. It's only $199, and it's an entry into getting into working with us coaches, resetting your health, and discovering what exactly your best diet, nutritional plan is. And let's see. Let me go to the next slide. I'm at questions now. So I'm a little over today, but yeah, feel free to keep asking questions. I'm going to go back through. I know it's kind of a quick talk, but I will also go through today through the comments as well and check on those things. While the questions are coming in and while I kind of scroll through, I did want to share that the word of the day is compassion. So be sure to write this down for credit. Again, you're going to do these tasks, write down the words, send in a pic or screenshot, and or get the $50, I guess, gift card for Natural Heart Doctor, which is really, really cool. And again, in the comments today, I'll be posting some of the relevant links to make your paleo journey the best it can be, to kind of get you on the same page as all of us, and make it be the healthiest paleo diet. So, you know, force the nature meats, getting some of those ancestral blends. When you go paleo, you need to get some organ meats in. Also, the foundational nutrition program. If you have never worked with one of us coaches, or you're new to paleo, really considering joining it. It's 4 weeks long and it's a blast. So I'll post those things in there. um yeah, crab and lobster, those are good. Again, crab and lobster are great components to have occasionally. When it comes to paleo, again, and heart health, you'll see us really focusing on fatty fish. Like when it comes to seafood, above all else, Dr. Wolfson will talk about fatty fish. So salmon, sardines, mackerel, anchovies, and herring. Those are our favorite because it's really the only seafood that's most abundant in those omega-3 fatty acids, EPA and DHA. And, some of the other seafood will have some, but not as much. And these omega-3 fats, again, crucial for heart health, can only come from diet. We do not make them as humans, so we have to consume them. And so they're imperative to heart function. Okay, good. So everybody is all right. Wild caught sources. Yeah. So I'm going to wrap up because I am a little over today. I'm glad you guys had a great talk. I hope you guys have a really good Friday. And I just want to thank you for participating in this Natural Heart Doctor Healthy Heart Month. Keep being interactive, keep showing up every day because we have so much amazing info for you. And again, we're all here to help. So just post away in the group. We are your resources. We're here to help. Have a great Friday, and I'll talk to you guys soon.